Welcome back to VeloView. Today we're diving into one of the most important budget cars in Europe, a car that has always stood for simplicity, value, and practicality, the Dacia Sandero, and this time we are talking about the brand new 2026 facelift that's set to keep this little hatchback at the top of the sales charts. For years now, the Sandero has been the go-to car for people who want something reliable and affordable without unnecessary gimmicks, and in 2026 Dacia has taken what people already love and refined it further, giving us an update that feels fresher, more modern, but still absolutely true to its philosophy. When you first look at the new Sandero, you'll notice that the design language is familiar but sharpened. Dacia hasn't completely reinvented the wheel here, but it has given the Sandero just enough changes to stand out on the road. The front end looks bolder, with redesigned bumpers and slightly more angular lines that make it appear wider and more planted. The grille has been updated too, integrating better with the LED headlights which now carry a new signature that looks far more upscale than before. The rear of the car also benefits from subtle revisions, including a reshaped bumper and sleeker tail lamps that match the new light signature. While the silhouette remains recognizably Sandero, these tweaks collectively make the car feel more premium than its price tag suggests, which is exactly what customers in this segment appreciate. Step inside, and the changes feel even more noticeable. One of the criticisms of the older Sandero models was that the interior, while functional, felt bare bones and a little behind the curve in terms of technology. Dacia has listened to its customers and this facelift introduces a more modern cabin, at least in the mid to higher trims. The dashboard design is more contemporary, with cleaner lines and better materials in the areas you touch most often. The star of the interior is the new infotainment system. Instead of the modest 8-inch screen from before, higher trim levels now feature a larger, freestanding display around 10.1 inches, similar to what you'd see in the newer Duster or even the upcoming Bigster. It's positioned nicely for driver visibility and gives the whole cabin a more high-tech vibe. Entry-level trims will still get a simpler, more basic setup with smartphone integration, keeping costs low for those who just want a no-frills driving experience. It's a clever way of balancing affordability with modern expectations. The driving position remains comfortable with plenty of adjustment available, and while the Sandero is still a compact hatchback, the clever use of space means rear passengers have a surprising amount of legroom for this class. Boot space also remains generous, making the Sandero a practical companion for families or anyone who needs versatility in a small car. Dacia has always been about value, and this facelift doesn't change that formula, instead it makes the package a little sweeter. In terms of engines, Dacia is sticking with what works. The Sandero continues with its range of small, efficient petrol engines, including the 91 horsepower 1.0-liter unit and the 100 horsepower Eco-G bi-fuel version which can run on both petrol and LPG. This makes it one of the few affordable cars on the market that offers a true alternative fuel option, giving owners the flexibility of lower running costs if LPG is available in their region. While rivals are pushing hybrids and electrics, Dacia is holding off on those technologies for now, focusing instead on tried and tested simplicity. There are rumors about mild hybrid options making their way into the lineup, but as of this facelift, nothing official has been confirmed. What's clear though is that Dacia wants to maintain affordability as its main priority, and avoiding the costly technology of electrification helps it do exactly that. Performance is perfectly adequate for a car in this category. It's not about speed or sporty handling, but the Sandero remains easy to drive, light around town, and stable enough on the motorway. The suspension setup is tuned for comfort, absorbing bumps well even on rougher roads, which makes it especially appealing for European markets with mixed road conditions. Steering is light, visibility is excellent, and overall it's a car designed to take the stress out of everyday driving. Now let's talk about what really makes the Sandero such a strong contender in the market, its value for money. Even with the updates, the Sandero is expected to remain one of the most affordable new cars you can buy in Europe, with prices likely starting under £15,000 in the UK and similar levels of affordability across the continent. That means for the price of a mid-spec used hatchback from another brand, you can get yourself a brand new 2026 Sandero with warranty, modern safety kit, and the peace of mind of owning something fresh from the factory. Speaking of warranty, Dacia also continues to offer excellent support if you service the car with them, with some owners enjoying warranty coverage of up to 7 years when they follow the dealer servicing plan. That's a level of confidence you rarely see in this price range. What's also worth mentioning is how owners feel about the car in the real world. On forums and communities, Sandero drivers often highlight just how durable and reliable these cars are. Stories of people owning them for years with minimal issues are common, with many reporting that apart from routine maintenance like tires, brake pads, and wipers, the car simply keeps going. That kind of dependability is exactly what budget-conscious buyers are looking for, and it's a big reason the Sandero keeps topping sales charts year after year. By keeping things simple and avoiding overcomplicated electronics, Dacia has managed to achieve a level of long-term reliability that even some bigger names struggle with. Another strength of the Sandero is its accessibility for new drivers. Insurance groups are generally low, running costs are minimal, and the straightforward nature of the car makes it ideal for someone just starting out. At the same time, families who need a second car or even people downsizing from something larger find the Sandero an attractive option because it delivers practicality without unnecessary expense. The fact that it continues to look more stylish with this facelift only broadens its appeal. To sum it all up, the 2026 Dacia Sandero is not a revolution, but it doesn't need to be. What it does is take an already successful formula and refine it. The exterior looks sharper, the interior gains much-needed modernity, the infotainment system is finally up to date in higher trims, and the engines remain simple and efficient. Prices continue to undercut the competition by a huge margin, and reliability remains one of the Sandero's strongest selling points. It's a car that understands its audience perfectly and doesn't pretend to be anything it isn't. If you're looking for the most affordable way to get a new car in 2026 without feeling like you're sacrificing too much, the Sandero facelift is going to be very hard to ignore. Thanks for watching this in-depth review here on VeloView, and if you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2026 Dacia Sandero, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming car reviews and insights. Stay tuned, because we've got a lot more automotive content coming your way.